that's not it. I need to change. Let's see if that fixes that. Hopefully, I won't be getting a bunch of back end there. That, well, maybe. Maybe, maybe not. Let's see. I'm going to pause this real quick just because, yeah, it seems like it's double audioing on my mic side. How about that? Is that? No. Sorry, guys. Doing pretty good, doing pretty good. I'm just trying to figure out why my microphone is coming through both the mic situation and the like other audio, essentially like the background audio. It's kind of strange. So I noticed it last night when I was checking some of my recordings. I was like, my audio sounds strange. And it's because it's like doubling it, essentially. It's like layering the same audio. So, if that is the case, how do we fix it? That. I am quite confused on how this is getting hung up in the same spot. What if instead I use no, not that. How about that? Well, it looks like it's still doing it. That's so fucking strange. Yo. Huh? Well, maybe no. 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 I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. I am not certain what the deal is on why we are getting a. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's going to be echoing. So it's how about now? Still echoing? Still got an echo? Oh, well, it's probably the test audio, but what if that doesn't make sense? I don't know what gets changed. It's good now? Oh, you're saying it's good now? Because I don't want to touch anything. Tell me one more time. Give me a thumbs up or something. We still good? If I change something again and it jacks, I'm going to be sad. Sorry, I know you're probably busy. I'm just okay. I think we're good. All right, then I'm gonna turn that background music back on. Cool, cool, cool. Sick. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Where I just didn't want the double audio thing because that's annoying to hear. All right. As long as we can do this, we should be good now. Because I've had a few videos I've heard with double audio before, and it's like maybe 6 milliseconds before I say I don't want this in my ears anymore. We are definitely gonna take our little resty here. I'm trying to wait for Just Ray. I want Just Ray to be here because he said he should be hopping on, I think. So I'm trying to wait for him to show up. But it might be a minute, so I'm gonna just take a quick cheers, just for you there, broski, for being one of the big goats of the chat. Always showing up, always hanging out, dropping tons of light, dropping all kinds of support. Much appreciated, man. It's much appreciated. So cheers to you, Burr. Hopefully when you get home, you'll be able to take a fat cheers. Hopefully we haven't got the missus too upset, right? How's your day been so far if you're not too busy? Oh. Excellent. Gotta take a shot. Heck yeah. Gotta get that dirty water when you get home. That good old muddy water. Cheers to that. Hopefully we've made the woman happy at least because we've had your finger training going, right? So she might be a little upset about the bank account sitch, but at least she won't be too mad about the finger tapping sitch, huh? Man, I just smacked this shit out of my mic. My bad. Oh, that's funny. Really? No items. Okay. Damn, everyone just like is booking it. Massive boss battle about to happen. This is about to be the freaking biggest of the biggest. What is that? Is that the game audio? I think the game audio's bugged. Okay, yeah, the game audio's bugged.
And you're wrong.
What happened to the game audio?
Clouded eyes, seeing nothing but shadows.
Everything about you is wrong.
All born are bound to her. Should this world be unmade, so too shall her children.
The world won't end today. But you. You will.
Dadgum. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I think it's just straight up in-game bug.
Listen.
That's crazy. That popping is like kind of awful.
Destiny comes.
I wonder like why. Yeah, it's an in-game bug. 'Cause now it's not there anymore. Oof. It's like a massive corruption to the scene. Whoa, is this Zach? Is this who everyone's been talking about? There, yeah.
Drag our asses all this way. This is the welcome we get.
This just have to be. Huh. You can hardly hear the game as well.
Boy, oh boy.
Let me see if I can turn it up.
Freedom is steep.
Tell me if that makes it a little bit better. They're not saying anything just yet.
Embrace your dreams. And whatever happens, protect your honor. As a soldier!
Can you hear it any better? A little? Okay, so I'll try. What about that?
I'm waiting, Cloud.
Imagine that's a bit better, right?
This is the point of no return.
Well, no shit. How many times are you gonna tell me that? I think she's probably said point of no return at least 26 times. It's almost even with your music. Okay, let me turn it up just a tinge more then.
And why did you stop me?
How about that? She's gonna bust.
Not really sure.
Oh man. She went and busted, dude.
Freedom. Boundless, terrifying freedom. Like a great, never-ending sky.
Man, this is so bugged. That's sad.
What you heard just now were the voices of the planet. Those born into this world, who lived and who died, who returned. They're howling in pain.
Because of him, Sephiroth?
Their words, they don't reach him. All these moments and memories, precious and fleeting, they're like rain rolling off his back.
Man, they destroyed this audio.
And when they're gone, he won't cry or shout or anything. He'd tell you that he only cares about the planet, that he'd do everything in his power to protect and preserve it. But this isn't the way it's supposed to be. There's no greater threat to the planet than him. Sephiroth has to be stopped. He has to be. And that's why I'm asking you to help me. I know that together we can do this. But if we do, we'll be changing more than fate itself. If we succeed, if we win, we'll be changing ourselves. I guess maybe
Just got the Buster Sword tatted yesterday. Heck yeah, that's what's up, Ted Parker. It is a pretty sick sword, I can't even lie. This is my first Final Fantasy I've ever gotten to play. So I've made it to the end. This has been like a super interesting story so far.
And frankly,
Yeah. Well, I've never been like a turn-based person, so somebody recommended the remake of 7 and said like that'd be a good place to start. So far, I'd have to agree. I mean, yeah, I don't know like the whole past or anything, but like at the same time, it's done a pretty decent job catching me up a little bit, and people have helped fill in some gaps. All right, when you cross the barrier, terrible things may be waiting before the leap is rested and stocked. Yeah, I've literally rested like 4 times, so we should be good. Yo, Frieza, how's it going, my man? Most definitely. Rebirth's even better. Much appreciated for the love on the live there, Frieza. Heck yeah. That's what I keep hearing is Rebirth is where I need to go next.
Never tried to challenge destiny.
Someone else told me about like playing Crisis Core. Yo, Just Ray, there you are, my man. I was hoping you'd be able to catch up before we ever got to this final boss at the very least. I was trying to hold back as much as I could. Yeah, I've heard that Rebirth is the next one that I need to play, and that I could consider doing what is it, Crisis Core or whatever, to get like the Zack's perspective, so I could understand Cloud potentially a little better. Oh yeah, I know you wouldn't miss it at all. I've been told that like the mechanics and like the combat in Crisis Core can be really tedious and like meticulous, is how someone put it. But at the same time, they were like, "It's the story's really good." Yeah, and that's what you've been saying, Burrs, to go and play the Rebirth and just watch the movie instead of doing Crisis. Yo, much appreciated, Frieza. You're a legend for that. I really do appreciate you. Always coming in with the love and the help. Finally get to put my paws upon Sephiroth. Maybe.
Don't know about you, but looks normal to me.
Oh, much appreciate the love. Hey, with the heart, me just Ray. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. You guys are legends. I'm loving this little family we're starting to build. Everybody in chat always hanging out and like, yo, what's up, everybody? That's what's up. All right, let's hope I can do this first try, you know? I have a feeling it doesn't seem likely, but I'm going to give it my bestest anyways. This has got to be a sick battlefield. We're going to get a fight in the sky on a sky platform. I can already feel it. Oh, this is going to be sick. Maybe. Oh, we're just fucking floating. Interesting. I'm still wow. I am still trying to understand what exactly these guys are doing. Sounded like I got a comment over on YouTube, so I should probably go check that real quick. This is wicked. Do I gotta fight this big freaking thing? Yo, user, much appreciated for the follow. Much appreciated for the follow. What the heck is this? Well, I heard something, but I'm not sure exactly what it was. Oh, it is just me. Well, I'm sure that won't be very, very long. It said the whole party, so it's rather I'm doing one thing at a time, one person at a time, or I got there's something to it, but it won't just be me this whole time. I can feel it. Might get the first couple battles. Oh yeah, here we go. Team up. See, I felt like that. Felt like that was just trying to deceive me. Dude, sky platforms are sick. Arbiter of Fate! Oh my. Oh. 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 Did you have to say that, Barrett? Indomitable. Barrett, put that schmack down. Tifa, it's time to go put a chi trap on the man, because I felt like it. Oh. Come on, that ain't fair. Yeah, really though.
We gotta go.
Just go.
I mean, I can only hold forward. I'm doing it. I'm trying. I swear. Cloud, for the love of beans, try. Put the sword on your back and try, fool. Much appreciate just Ray. Alright, now I get them. Oh, I have learned this counter stance, man. I have finally figured out how it freaking works. So now this is actually this is just crazy. This is actually just crazy now.
Keep it together.
Oh man, it feels good.
Deal with that.
Let's regen.
Keep it together.
Ah! Yo, much appreciate for the heart me there, Moon. How's it going today? Abilities. No, I don't need that. Now we'll go chi trap. Yo, with the heart hands. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Oh, nice. I've sat and staggered them. That chi trap staggers them, dude. Oh, that's legend. Oh, no. That's like gnarly. Okay, what do you want me to do? Smack you or something? No, just wait. All right. Whee! Oh no! There's stuff in the way. All right, homie Jeep. Why do you guys keep leaving and coming back?
No holding back.
Tafe, I put a chi trap on the fool.
Come on. Here we go.
Barrett, I need you to put a smackdown on the man. And you triple slash. Okay, I need to be maximizing my Punisher. Chi trap. I need Cloud to use his heal. You know what? Yeah, we'll just no. We don't need it to be that big. Ooh, Harbinger has taken some absolute damage. No, we only got about a quarter of his health out. Oh my god, Aerith! Alright, well this is how I know it's gonna get a lot more difficult.
What the hell did I just see?
A memory from Red?
A glimpse of tomorrow if we fail you today.
This is the remake of 7. How's it going today there, Dark? Oh.
How do we stop these things?
Well, the big one is way over there. However, these guys are right here. Here we go.
There it is. Counter this guy. Ah. Okay. Ability, let's do triple.
Deal with that.
Max.
Keep it together.
Smack this guy.
Take the lead.
Ow. Triple it, dude.
Don't overdo it.
Oof.
Try take the lead.
Oh, yeah, that's some damage now, dudes. That's some damage now. Oh, my gosh.
Let's be smart. Finish it.
Just going ham. Are there any other monster materials? I haven't got the effort yet, to be honest, and I have no idea why. Maybe I've just messed something up. But as far as I could tell, no, that sounds like. Are you talking about Infrit, the like the fire guy, or is Efford like the lightning dude that I probably didn't get yet? Infrit. Okay, yeah, that's what you meant. Okay. Yeah, there's apparently I think I saw like a lightning dragon at one point. I haven't got it, so I can't confirm that. But I swore at like one of like the load screens, it showed me like this lightning dragon looking thing, and it genuinely looked like with like the background was one of those VR zones. So I was like, that kind of makes me feel like that's another summon. But I haven't obtained it, so I couldn't say for certain. Gotta fight the careless one. Oh, man. Sorry I'm missing out on chat right now, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm over here very locked into what's going on.
Deal with that.
So it's my
Whoa!
We can do this together. It's your turn. Oh, let's go. You're up.
Hang back.
In for it. Please come put your fire upon this foolish crate that is before me.
I'm coming. Cut. What the? Let me. I'll take care of them. There. You've got this.
But don't overdo it.
I got it. There. Pretty close for you.
Good God.
I got this. I'm waiting. Take the lead.
So it's my
Oh my word. Oh my gosh, dude.
Barrett, now. It's over.
Boof! Dadgum! Oh, here it is. Now we get to fight Sephiroth. Gotta be.
Did we beat him?
No. No. Not even close, my friend. Oh, they're all staggered instantaneously. Oh, shit. Tifa, limit. Oh my god. What happened? Okay, I was like, there's no way this is over yet. Much appreciated for the follow there, Curtis. Okay, her. Actually. Ooh, I wonder. Resisted, okay. That's an absolutely wonderful game. I gotta agree, Curtis. This is an absolutely awesome game. It's an awesome story. It's been an awesome ride all the way around. Like I mean, I've had my moments I crash out. Don't get me wrong. I've had my moments, but I think anybody with any game has their moments, you know. But this game truly is a work of art. And mad props to my homie Just Ray in the chat who got me into the game. He's the one who made the suggestion and got me the ability to play it. So mad props to Just Ray. Bop! There it is. Whisper Harbinger has been nuclearized. I'll never forget, Just Ray. I'll never forget what you've done. I much appreciate you, man. You and Burr. There's a lot of people. I'll trust me. I'll never forget. You guys have been absolute legends, and this has been an absolutely fantastic game. Did I just actually first try the final boss? Can't tell me that was it. I have to be able to fight Sephiroth, right? Or is Sephiroth for part 2? Oh, please, yes. Oh. Here we go. He's back to a Buster Blader sword. Holy. My gosh. What? Oh, this is the guy we want to fight. You know, I'm having second thoughts. Do I want to fight this guy? He just threw it in like a fucking small city at me. Holy shit. Okay, well, we might want to reconsider our actions here, guys. Well, we don't get to reconsider. We might have bitten off more than we can chew, guys. But looks like it's time.
Fate is not to be taken lightly, Cloud.
Shut up! Any time now. Try me.
Dream of me.
I couldn't dodge in time. I was trying to dodge it.
Beg for forgiveness.
Try me.
Yes.
Any time now.
Enjoy it.
I'm gonna try it.
Come on.
I was way too soon. That was the problem for that one. If that was counterable.
Here it comes. You're mine.
Ooh.
I see you.
Oh, that's. This is a cutscene guarantee. Okay. I was like, what the fuck's going on? Okay. I couldn't walk away after dodging. So I needed to do it again, I see. Yeah, Sephiroth is going absolutely crazy right now. This is a sick fight. Aerith? Kind of, but not really.
Yeah, so what? Screw him.
I was really enjoying the ombre to ombre.
Let's do this. Deal with that.
I'm coming. That'll do. Why don't you lead the way?
Do this. I see you. Take the lead.
Here goes. Get him. Okay.
Now you're for it.
Ah, he freaking moved.
Try me.
Stay strong, okay?
Won't give up.
I'm coming. Can you take over for me?
Oh shit, that's an AoE of a century.
I'll show you what I can do.
Of all the times.
Okay.
Beg for forgiveness.
I see you. Gotcha. Gotta be careful. Need a breather.
I'll take care of him. Why don't you lead the way?
There it is. She makes the trilogies hilarious. Nah, she's actually pretty sick. She's just clumsy as frick, but it's not anything against her. She's just funny to me.
Take him down.
I'll take care of this.
I wonder. I doubt it.
Hope you have sweet dreams.
Got this.
Go on.
All right.
One for you.
Here it comes. Gotcha. I see you.
Get him.
Take it from here.
I'm coming.
Not looking good.
That was something. You can do it.
Take it over. Let's finish this. Don't stop now.
Ready or not, here I come. Tagging out.
Let's do this.
Oh wow. It's what I kind of figured. This dude could just like straight up just kind of hold us down and just kill us if he really wanted to. I feel like he's toying with us. But good thing we have backup, I guess. And now he has a Blackwing.
I'll take care of him.
You.
This'll keep him away. Go on. I'm coming.
Yeah, right.
So it's my turn?
You raise Cloud. Let me swap to Barret.
Here goes.
Not that. I want you to.
Lend me your strength.
You're up.
Well, maybe Infra can help us out a little bit. Yeah, I felt like that was coming.
We've got to get through this.
Give that to Cloud. How is this guy already just out of the battle? Dude, that's crazy. He's like in and then instantly out.
Okay.
Barret, I told you to... Okay, well, then fine. We'll do it with her, and we'll raise...
Can you take over for a bit? Come on, you can do it.
Oof. Oof.
We've got to get through this.
Sorry, should have paid more attention.
Yeah, really, dude.
We still got a job to do.
Pretend that didn't happen.
Get fired.
This and...
Can you handle them?
I am out of revives. Nice. Can you go put a smackdown on this man? Oh, this is gonna hurt. I don't have any more revives. Barret! I think we're fucked, aren't we? Yeah, that's not gonna wake someone up. Fuck. Damn. I am actually cooked here. Yeah, it's GG's. Oh well, we'll just do it. GG's. We'll restart. 'Cause I have to do that final phase a little more like spread out. I was trying to spread out, but it just wasn't giving me the stuff I was wanting. Damn. Just recently started playing. Sorry I was missing out on chat, guys. I was really focused on that. Much appreciated for the follow, 238. Much appreciated. Man, I gotta. Okay, so look back. Played much. Both awesome. Dope mini game. There's a special on Leaves. That's so ridiculous. Okay, now I see why Infrit just left, because Cloud got nuked. Okay. I see what's going on now.
Fate is not to be taken lightly, Cloud.
I hit circle, but...
Enjoy it.
I see you. Anytime now.
Ride for me.
I
Come,
see you.
Cloud.
Let's do this. Try this. Let's be smart.
Enjoy it. The planet will claim you.
I'm waiting.
Okay, interesting. So you...
Enjoy the weakness within. Ride for me.
Oh, man, I was too close. Okay.
Try this. You're mine.
It's never able to get into the gameplay. Yeah, that was my problem. Was I wanted to like it, but like I didn't like turn-based. But homie Just Ray in the chat told me about Remake wasn't turn-based, and then several other people have been telling me about some of the others aren't turn-based. So it's been nice. I mean, I can live with this a lot better because I at least get some like chance to like fight essentially. But I can see how to some extent the combat's a different one for most people.
I'm coming. You'll see. It's your turn. I'll take care of you.
Let's do this. Don't stop now.
Right, my turn.
You're out of luck.
Come on, team.
Watch this.
Yo, Joseph, much appreciate you being back in chat, my friend. Glad to have you back in chat. So I am focused in this fight, so I might miss chat a little bit, but I promise I'll get to you guys whenever I'm not like balls deep in a fight. But yeah, no, this is definitely an interesting game. It reminds me, like, the main character, Cloud, here, I've said since the beginning, I'm like, this guy looks like he's from the, what you call it, Kingdom Hearts.
I'll show you what I can do. You've got this.
Okay, so this guy doesn't know how to aim sometimes. We're just gonna throw regen on people. I'm gonna use her to...
I'll take care of them. You've got this.
Let's do this.
I'm trying to hit Barrett.
I'll take care of them. You can do it. This one's for you.
Ah, I didn't mean to swing.
Stay strong, okay? Here goes.
Hang back. Steady. All right.
I'm coming. Can you take over for me?
Deal with that.
Don't worry, I can handle this. Okay.
Take it over. I see you. Gotcha. No more wounds. They need to all out.
I'll show you what I can do. Here.
Gotta be
Okay,
careful.
up and at 'em.
Memories.
You've got this.
All the time.
Here goes.
Okay, let's try this again. Swear, I thought I did it once, but I guess we'll do it again.
Hang back.
Enjoy it.
Here it comes.
Now I get the rest of the crew, right? Now Tifa's gonna show up. First time I get to use all 4 in one battle. Right? First and only time.
I'll show you what I can do. Yoo-hoo! Why don't you lead the way? Lend me your strength. You're still doing okay, right?
Your end is nigh.
No way! No way!
Tifa!
About time you showed.
We can do this. We can. We can change it. Make it right.
Wild. G freaking G, guys. Holy. No way. Okay, I gotta go up through chat and see what's going on here. You guys, this is fine. He's in Kingdom. That's because he is in Kingdom Hearts. Oh shoot. So like legit though. That's hilarious. And remembering seeing that he appeared once in Kingdom Hearts' games. That's crazy. Cloud was in Kingdom Hearts. He's just not in the Kingdom Hearts character. Okay. That's all, that makes sense now. That makes sense. I was like, what? Okay, now it's making more sense. It's weird. Most of these Final Fantasy haven't played them yet, so I wasn't entirely sure. Aerolith and Tifa are in the game too. I grew up on KH, so I'm a bit of a dweeb there. I'm not certain what KH is. And sequel to Sep. Oh. If he hasn't played them both, that's maybe a good story game trilogy to be next. That's fair. There could be definitely be curious on adding some more to this series. Tired, but I tried playing it, but my laptop could not handle waiting for the time being. Makes sense, understandable. Got them on sale as 50 for the whole trilogy. That's what's up. There's so much lore in the games outside the trilogy. The DS game. It's 2 days ago. Should have gotten the remaster on console. KH, bro, that's such a good game. Wish they would remaster it. FR, exactly, my dude, for real, exactly. Kingdom Hearts. Oh, big fan of Kingdom Hearts. Okay. It's kind of dog shit though, if I'm honest. Okay. Well, now that I've caught up, okay. Sorry, guys. I had to sit here and really read for a second. You guys have been blowing up the chat. That's what's up. Much appreciated, guys. Love seeing everybody in the chat just going crazy. Look at this fight, dude. Sephiroth is just on another fucking level, my guy. Look at the grin. Dude, it's just like, this is an average Tuesday, dude.
Seconds till the end. Time enough for you.
Yo, Just Ray, when it comes to like some of these like cutscenes and such, am I tripping or like does the game actually have a problem where like some of the audio kind of got bugged? Maybe it's not always, but like it has a potential because I have a few cutscenes just in this stream alone where it's like audio is hella like bugged. No worries, no worries. We'll catch you soon, Chris. Much appreciate you coming by, and we'll catch you in future streams, my man. Well, second try. I'll take a second try. Maybe a streaming issue. Okay, that makes sense. That's what I figured. I was like, it might be just given my setup and stuff too, but that makes sense. I almost had that first try, and I like what I did on my second try was what I was wanting to do on my first try, but I kept getting tripped up on stuff and making small mistakes here and there, and it just kind of it's one of those cascading effects. It just starts to build up on you. So, but second try definitely feels good. Heck yeah. Well, it looks like I'll be heading towards some Bloodborns in a little while because we're about to finish the game. I'm It's crazy. I might start it early today, just because we'll be ending early today. It seems. But I'm excited. I'm excited to do some more Bloodborne. There's very little left. That's why I'm kind of thinking about waiting until 6:30, just waiting for my normal time, so I can have a little bit of time off, work on some stuff in between. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's gonna be pretty quick too, especially if someone comes and helps. Probably knock that out pretty quick. Yeah, that's what I thought. So here's Zach. This is the guy that we've been told about. It's about an hour left. Okay, so it's just like a bunch of like epilogue stuff I see. Zach's Cloud's mentor. Okay. So it explains how like Cloud started to figure that like use the sword and stuff because they said he was a trooper and that he's like quote got some of his memories. So I guess I'd have to see a little more, kind of go like look back in the history to see what happened. But him being a mentor, like them having some sort of relation makes sense.
Thank you.
Yeah, this has been a fantastic time. I've really liked the story. I've liked the. Wait a second. Whoa. Is that Brig? No way. Does that mean Brig and Jesse are alive? And we didn't know this whole time? No way.
Marlene.
Yo, King Andy, how's it going today? I hate to say it, but you missed out on the Sephiroth fight, my man. Finally done did it. I know, I know. It was an epic fight. Second try, second try. Almost had it on first try, but like I was saying to Just Ray, like I made some mistakes on my first try that I was trying to do what I did on my second try the first time, but when you make like a couple mistakes and it starts cascading, it kind of it completely tumbled into the end. But that second try, I think that second try was actually like insane. Did I go down at all during that second attempt, Just Ray? I can't remember, to be honest. I want to say no, but I was just so locked into the fight, I might have and just picked them up so fast I didn't think about it. And
We will.
that's what I really like. That's what I really try to do. It's like I want to be able, maybe one time. Okay, yeah, that does sound about right. So I don't think I could have made it through without dropping at least once. But I try to go. I want it in my head. It's like I like to get through it without dropping if possible, or at the least amount. But shit happens. Yeah, the second I see someone drop, I'm just like click, 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 click. Get someone some ATB, click around, swap characters, because that aggro swapping is so important. You make someone do something, swap fucking characters. Or swap characters and then make them do it to really give them like the best potential to not get hit with aggro. But it depends. It kind of depends. Like with Barret, I kind of like to do my shit first and then swap because I want the aggro to sit on him for a second. Whereas other shit, you want to like kind of swap the character before you pop their shit. Aerolith and Barret, I've noticed I'd rather just pop their shit than swap. But it seems like Cloud and Tifa, you're probably gonna like tell them to do something. It depends with Cloud. I don't know. I like using Cloud a lot also. But yeah, it's kind of a situational thing, I guess. But I've definitely noticed generally Barret and Aerolith, I kind of just dump it out and go. The unknown journey will continue. You talking about like the Phoenix up things? Yeah, that's why I was like trying to get the resurrection materia because I imagine that's probably about the only thing I can use, right? Well, looks like we made it to the end. Is there any more after this? Much appreciated for the naughty chicken and the club cheers and the heart me. Is there anything after like all these end credits, or is it just end credits then main menu or asking me go? Dude, okay, sick. Then I'll sit here for a sec. Oh man, I felt that last night. I felt like I got a pretty decent run in. I mean, I don't think it was going to be the run, but like there was one run where I was like, okay, that actually felt a lot better. It's going to ask you to save. Okay. Cuz I'm usually the guy like the first time I see end credits, I kind of sit through it cuz anticipating there's going to be something at the end or in the midst of it. But sometimes you like Final Fantasy's done, they give me an empty room and I thought there was something there and there wasn't. So I didn't know if I was going to get juked again. 20%, bro. Bro, you remember you were there when I did that fight with Kanehurst, right? Like my first try, I had him at 1 fucking HP and then my dodge just I can't remember exactly if it's like my dodge didn't come out or if it just like came out the wrong way and I ended up getting clipped, but I know at the end of the day I got clipped by his damn railgun and that just ended it. Oh man. And it would have been a beautiful first try too. I feel that pain. It's one of those like there's nothing worse than getting a boss down to like where you know it's like a couple of hits It's for me when it's like 3 hits or less. I like the fury inside of me. It could not be quelled. It is a hard thing to go through when you're just right there at the finish line and then get slammed right at your face. Oh, seeing red is under honestly an understatement. Oh man, I start seeing every color in the freaking rainbow besides the happy ones. It becomes like a Nightmare on Elm Street, just mental like moment, just whoop whoop. Just, everyone's dead. Yeah, and that's the worst part. It's like I've seen those memes, and I'm sure that's kind of what you're thinking of when you said that too. Like you go to throw your controller, it's like fuck, it's $60. You go to hit the table, fuck, that's $120. You go to hit the monitor, that's $300. You go to hit the PlayStation, that's $500. You're like, and then you turn around, and then you see your little brother, and you're like, fuck that guy. Oh, or some shit like that. Oh man. Oh man. Good times. Good times. Thank you, video games, for the ups and downs in our mental health. But at the end of the day, there was this post I'd seen somebody made on TikTok the other day. This guy was saying like how he feels like these games are good in help with mental health, and I completely agree. I think the thing is though, and it's a part of like what I talk about with my streams a lot. I like playing Souls games, but not every game is for every person. I don't like vehicle combat, you know. So if I go and play a vehicle combat game, I'm just not going to have fun. So if I'm not having fun, it probably isn't going to help my mental. And so some people playing violent video games or whatnot probably isn't going to help their mental if they're not big into violence. So you find something. But generally, I mean, we've done it since the dawn of time. Humans have come up with some sort of quote game to play. Why do you think we have sports? Why do you think we have fucking chess and all these other games? Yeah, it's an escape for people, and it's a means to kind of relieve yourself from the stress of realities and be able to like better your mental. It's like you want to be able to like improve yourself, but without having like the social and the like physical criticism of what like the real world brings. So you go to a game, you fail in a game, and yeah, like the failure sucks, but it's not as bad like when you fail in real life and it has like genuine life altering repercussions. So that can be like the nice thing about games is like it gives you that feeling where it's like it's okay to make mistakes, because ultimately with any video game, unless for some reason they code it in some weird way, you're allowed to fail and retry at any point. You're allowed to start a new game at any point. You're allowed to just fix your mistakes and learn from your mistakes. Where in life, yeah, like it should be that way, but it's not always that way where people feel like you can make mistakes. It feels like if you make one mistake in life, it's over. It's why I've always loved video games. It's helped me, I don't know, in a way like mentally overcome some barriers and genuinely take things on head on. Yo, the man with no limit, i.e. the limitless one. How's it going today, my man? Good to see you in chat. Oh, for sure. Definitely depends on how old. And I didn't understand that when I was younger, but with age, you'll start to find a lot more maturity and just the understanding through time of like time genuinely has an effect on people. Over time, you gain experiences, you gain understanding on certain things that you just wouldn't have without the time and experience in it. You already beat it already. Yeah, dude. I did Sephiroth in the second try. I almost got first try, but it was second try. So you know what? I'll take that. And the boss before him, Harbinger of Bullshit, absolutely dumpstered. First try. Didn't even think about it. Just was going in, slapping buttons, and having fun. It was great time. This was an epic end of the game right here. This finale was so much fun. I would definitely fight these bosses again because they were a lot of fun, even though they were kind of strange. That Sephiroth fight, the third final phase with all your dudes, that was nuts. That was nuts, but it was so much fun. That was so much fun. So at the beginning, haven't touched in a while, but hey, I mean, there's a, I say there's a lot of good games, but at the same time, it's not like there's a lot of new that's come out, but there's still a lot of good titles out there, so I can get it. There's a lot of stuff to be playing, so I can understand getting distracted. What's next? Well, that's the thing, and I guess since we're here at the end of the stream, guys, and I've got time, I figure I've already gotten some votes, but I have not really got a great conclusion other than I've got the most votes go to Uncharted. So right now it looks like we might end up on Uncharted. I don't have Stellar Blade, so no, I haven't played it. It sounds like a really cool game though. Is it on Game Pass or anything? Because I have Game Pass. Oh, I've heard that it's definitely one of those really good ones. There's a lot of games that I'm definitely looking at. I'm trying to remember what was all on my roster because obviously I can only work with what I have access to currently. But if I take a quick gander at what I had put, I don't want any audio. Okay, good. I have Spec Ops: The Line, The Army of Two, Uncharted, Deus Ex. Let's see if I can get it pulled up real quick. I've got quite a few games that I'm looking at doing, and I'm not necessarily sure where to go from here. It just depends. I'm trying to leave it up to the homies to see so that we can all equally watch something we want to watch together, this file right here, that. So if I pull this up, all right. So then if I do that and that, so you guys can probably see that now, I'd imagine. These are the new games that I'm looking at doing. I'm going to leave it on TikTok side for this. I'm not going to pull it up on YouTube. YouTube's just going to keep getting cutscenes at this point. But if anyone has some votes, 2 votes for Uncharted, 1 vote for Back 4 Blood. I had at one point somebody on one of my streams voted for Deus Ex. And that's pretty much been all the votes I've had so far. So I've had 4 total votes. These are kind of some of the games I have access to next. I'm curious if anybody wants to. They're more welcome to drop a vote in the comments so that I can add it to the tally. But this is what I have for the most part, and I'm looking at trying to add a few more games in. I just have to get through my whole laundry list of game categories, But I could try to come up with a more conducive list later. But yeah, if anyone's got any suggestions, that would be the options I would have, at least for right now. If you guys are able to rather send me your suggestions and or drop them in, that'd be awesome. Heck yeah, second try is what we like to hear. But yeah, those are the options. That's what we like to see, though. Second try, goated. Hey, much appreciate that goat there, Joseph. 7 is on sale now. Heck yeah! Is that like the original, or are you talking about Rebirth, or there's Another one I'm trying to remember that everyone's saying. Yeah, Rebirth. So is Rebirth Part 2 or is Rebirth and Remake and Original all the same game but different? Because I've been trying to figure that out. If I don't currently have X2, uh man, Part 2. Okay, that's what I was thinking. Okay, Rebirth's Part 2. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna have to look at. I'm gonna have to look at getting Rebirth. I don't know if there's anything off the list that's I don't have access to right now. But I know there's a few games off the list that I do have access to that I didn't throw in there. Um, I have the Telltale Walking Dead series. I have let's see. I gotta pull up my game file real quick. Off. I've got Catherine, the old decision-based game. I've got the I could actually go over here real quick. I've got the Uncharted series, Uncharted 4. We've got quite a few games that I've acquired over the years. This isn't even all of it. I've got stuff on my what do you call it? On my PC for sure. Monster Hunter, I've heard about doing Monster Hunter. I'm thinking about making that like a weekend thing. Like on Saturdays and Sundays, we do like a Monster Hunter jam for the viewers, because I think that'd be pretty cool. And we were thinking about Wilds. That's the Monster Hunter we were talking about. Let's see. What's another story game that I have? There's Deus Ex. It's like Fallout, I guess I could do potentially. Skyrim I could do. Heavy Rain I could do. The Hitman games I could do. There's quite a bit of games I've picked up over the years. I'm trying to think. Massive. No, I will never do Andromeda. I'm gonna be honest. I thought, oh, there's the Legendary. I'd do the first 3 games. I'd consider the first 3. I won't do Andromeda. I just didn't care for it at all. I do need to do Neo at some point for the Souls games. Yeah, I'm trying to see. I've been going through a lot of stuff. There's some more Tomb Raider. I can't exactly remember what all I have. I think I have the one that came out before the Ragnarok or whatever. It's like the newer one where you first get introduced to your son Atreus or whatever his name is. I think I have that one. Played a little bit of Wilds. It was worth 100. Was it worth 100? Probably not, but it was okay. Dang, you spent 100 on it. I'm sorry to hear that. I mean, it's a decent game. I don't hate on it by any means, but like I don't know if I had to spend 100. I definitely got it when it was on sale. That's what I've always done, is just get games when they're on sale. That, or find them whenever they're like free on some sort of, Game Pass, or on the PC, Epic Games, like it's like every other week or every 2 weeks or sometimes every 3 weeks or every other month. It kind of depends on what games they do, but Epic Games Launcher like gives a lot of free games. It's like 2 free games every so often. They kind of change their rhythm where it's like not necessarily weekly, but yeah, they'll give free games, so I look out for stuff like that or whatever. But the 2018 God of War, yeah, that's the one I have. Got a day it came out. I mean, that's fair though. Like when you're getting them on release, they're definitely going to be on the expensive side for sure. The Epic Game Launcher and Steam. Yeah, I've kind of liked Epic just for the fact it gives me a decent chunk of free games. I've gotten some, like I've got Borderlands for free at one point. I got the Outer Worlds Spacer Choice Edition I got for free. You're cool with that, but not PlayStation Plus? Cool with what? the Epic Games launcher on Steam. I'd like to see Fallout or Skyrim. Monster Hunter would be awesome too. I'd definitely consider Fallout and Skyrim. I like Bethesda games. I've always enjoyed Bethesda games for the most part. I mean, I wouldn't do 76 to be fair, but I definitely do like Fallout 4. I do New Vegas. I do 3. Getting free game every month. Yeah, I mean, PlayStation Plus does for the most part, but I mean, be honest with me. When's the last good game that came out in Plus? Because that was another part of why I kind of stopped for like years. Is every time I'd go look at the Plus store to see what game's free, it's like some garbage game. And I'm not saying it's the same with like, it's not the same with Epic Games or whatever. Like they don't always drop AAA titles, but I don't know. Like I don't have to pay for the Epic Games. I have to pay for PlayStation Plus. So it doesn't even feel like a free game. It feels like I'm paying $80 a year for hopefully a decent title to hit the store every couple of months. So I've kind of paid for them for the most part. Maybe it's a cheaper cost, but Epic Games launcher on the PC is completely free. And those games that they drop for free, like I've at no point I've never paid a subscription or anything, so I just get them. Fallout 4 and Fallout New Vegas. Yeah, New Vegas is honestly my favorite, to be honest. I've always been a big New Vegas fan. 4, I think, is really good too. But I didn't ever really care too much for like the base building mechanics. I've never been much of like a builder, but thankfully that wasn't like a super necessary thing. There was like, I think one mission you had to kind of do that shit with, but other than that, it was like, all right, cool, I can move on. But other than that, I thought the story was cool. The combat was kind of cool. The game was pretty decent. I haven't played them though, like 98% of my life. I haven't played them though, like 88 my Steam library. I like New Vegas. What games do you super get into? New Vegas would also be fire. Dude, I'd totally be down for New Vegas. New chapter select has now been... Okay, finally got to the end of this. We'll deal with that in a second. Games that I get super into... I'm going to pause music for a second because it's just loud and hard to... or actually, I could just turn it down 2 seconds. Yeah, there we go. That's much better. Anyways, games that I usually get into are... like really story based. Like I liked this because it was like a lot of story going on, very narrative based. I like decision based games, like I talked about The Walking Dead. I enjoy stuff that makes my decisions feel like they matter. I like quick, weighty combat if I'm going to do something combative, like with Souls games. I've been really trying to think about what like my struggle was with some of the combat in this game in particular, and if I had to say one thing in particular that I finally have kind of like pinpointed, I don't like damage sponges, and so it can be really tough for me. I'm not trying to hate, but for me personally, a play style that drives me insane is like spending 10 minutes trying to destroy something, or like just unloading if I was playing an example of this is like when you play Destiny. Destiny is such an offender of bullet sponges or damage sponges, and that can be a bit of a frustration factor for me. So I don't always care for stuff like that. If it's, I don't know, that stuff can be hit or miss. And you express this game requires strategy for sure, but I think it's a different kind of strategy than I'm usually used to. It requires like a min-maxing strategy where I have never really been too much of a min-maxer, because to some degree, like it's gonna want me to like preemptively set up for certain fights or whatnot. And if you guys have seen like how I play with like Souls games, I usually just make a basic setup and then just deal with it. Some matches or bosses I'll probably be really, well equipped for, and the weapons just can be perfect counter. And some I'm not going to be super well equipped for, and it's going to be a little more of a struggle. And I'm okay with that to some extent, but if it becomes like this overbearing thing where it's like I gotta do my entire setup and my entire strategy, that can be another frustration factor. But it's not to say that I can't overcome it, and it's not something I'm not willing to do. It will just definitely take me time to get used to be completely frank. I'm not against it, and I'm definitely enjoying the challenge of it. It's just taking me some time to get used to be fair. It's causing me a lot of tilt because I'm not used to it. And I'm, in some way, I guess I'm like defaulting back to like my Souls mentalities in certain aspects of like how to deal with certain things. And that wasn't faring me well. So the tilt that was another big problem. Like I definitely got a little frustrated and spoke out of turn to some extent, and just because I was like speaking off my frustration. I don't dislike this game in any manner. It's just there are certain factors that is like I am and I'm not used to, and there's things that, like I said, with like damage sponging, that can be frustrating. But I did notice that, like, obviously, if like you guys are talking about with the strategy of using the weakness and stuff, it makes a massive difference. Because I mean, it does make the difference of like, are you going to be doing 100 hits versus like 10 or 15 hits? So it's something I'd have to get used to. I'm not trying to hate by any means. I think it's an interesting mechanic. It's just it would take me a bit of time to get used to. Other than that, though, sorry to go on like a side rant. I'm trying to help give us a better means of like games that I usually get into. The by only this is the last game I'd stick up for. Oh, fair enough, fair enough. But I'm trying to think. Hmm. I mean, yeah, like that's what I can kind of think of. I mean, I like story based. I like fast paced combat. I like decision based. I like I usually like a third person perspective if I can, but I don't mind first persons. Um, yeah, yeah, no, for sure. Trying to figure out what my play style is and what I like for sure. No, and I appreciate that, and that's what I'm trying to figure out how to best cover some of these games that I want to play, because I can throw them all out, but we may or may not be interested in watching them at that given time. But it's not that I'm also wanting to say that I'm not, because this was outside of my realm. I've never played a Final Fantasy game, so this getting through this was a completely new run for me, a new challenge, and I definitely want to in the future consider going through and maybe doing a hard mode or whatnot, and just kind of trying to like challenge myself to get used to a different play style and see if maybe it could be something that I could enjoy. Because that's what I had to do with the Souls games. I had to kind of like to some degree make myself play it for a little bit, make it an acquired taste, and it finally just grew on me, and now I'm in love with the series. I If you're talking about like the Horizon Zero Dawn, I played the first one. I think I have that first one on my PlayStation here somewhere. It's like Horizon H A B C D E F G H. Should be, yeah. There we go. That one. I think it's the first one in the series. I'm quite certain this is the first one in the series. That's the one I played. It's been a long time since I picked up that game. That was a super good game too. That was like a really good game back in the day. I'd definitely be down to go back and try that out again too. I remember that one had some of the sponging as well to some degree, but it's like, same as Dark Souls, where you can play over and over. Yeah. Yo, Gamer Marie, how's it going? I hate to say we're at technically the end, but like we're kind of hanging out and talking, trying to figure out what we're gonna make the next story game to be. Played Forbidden West. What's that one like? I haven't seen too much about Forbidden West. I've heard of it, but I don't know really anything about it. Thank you for the heart me, Gamer Marie. You're too kind. You are way too kind. I know, but thankfully, like on over on the Red app side, I've got everything recorded. So if you want to check it out, it's definitely over there. The the boss fights and all, it was super good time. Had a blast. It's a pretty short one today because I only had like 2 fights left. Unfortunately, I was gonna try to save more for today, but yesterday just extended over, and here we are. But it's all good. I liked it. It's part two to Zero Dawn. Oh, okay, that's what it is. The part two to that's what it is. That's what it is. Okay, I thought we were talking about for some reason some other game. I'm thinking about. Okay, we're talking. Yeah, it's still Horizon. My bad. I haven't played Forbidden West. The Zero Dawn was really cool. I wanted to play Forbidden West just because I played some. I can't remember if I completed Zero Dawn or not. I'm gonna be honest. I genuinely can't remember. Uh, yeah, that's what we're kind of figuring out, Marie, is I've got a whole chunk of games that I've looked at, and we're trying to get a vote. So far, it's been Uncharted's got 2 votes, but we're trying to see if we can overrule it or find something else or make it the majority vote. um, the map is huge, yeah, and I like stuff like that too. With that said, like that's why I had that one game in my. I'll bring it back up just for clarity's sake, so that people can kind of take a look. It might also kind of help to see like what I play and have played and like. Um, Go back to edit files. So wouldn't mind seeing Mass Effect. I would definitely consider doing the Mass Effect, the first 3 games. I like the first 3 games a lot. Uh, but that's my caveat. I like the first 3 games. I would definitely not end up doing Andromeda unless for some reason everyone really just wanted to see that. So this is the stuff that I have right now pulled up that I know I could do. Rushing. I mean, yeah, like I rush because like I just go through it like quickly. I try to do all the side content I can, but like I don't know how to necessarily make it slower, if that makes sense. Like I just kind of head towards the encounters because to me as a gamer, I'm looking for the action. Uh I guess the only other thing I know I could do to like slow it down is like just kind of sit through like to some extent what I did with Final Fantasy and just kind of watch through the cutscenes and the dialogues. Which I wouldn't mind doing in games like that. I try to do that in this, but when it comes to like the Souls games, I 100% basically just take that almost speed run mentality where I just go dumpstering through it. I'm like I don't know, like I'm there for the boss fights. If someone wanted to watch me do like the story mode of it, I'd be kind of shocked. I don't know. It seems I don't know. I've never thought of like the Souls games to be like a huge I'm queuing in to watch this for the lore. If I pick up a what do you call a Souls stream or anything, I'm wanting to watch like some nuts to butts action. I don't know. At least a part of it. That's fair enough, and maybe that's just been my perspective because I've already gone through so many of these games and looked up the lore. I'm kind of beyond it to some extent. Like it's not that I dislike it or anything, but I've acknowledged it and I'm like, okay, cool. I don't necessarily need to hear this again. But maybe it would be good for me to just kind of chill and let it play through. That way people can kind of get more about what's going on. I wouldn't be against it at all. That could have just been a me thing. I get it too. I do it too when I play myself. But what do other people want to see? Yeah, and that's kind of why I'm like doing stuff like this. I'm trying to get people to vote to see what we do next. Because, I mean, I can play whatever. I've played a lot of these games I have played before, and some of them I'm trying to do that I haven't played before. But I want to be able to showcase the games to some people. The Souls games I probably have done a bit of a disservice just like blowing through the dialogues. That's on me. I'm just so used to it. But these story games, I'm going to do my best to make sure I don't do stuff like that. I've only skipped stuff if we've seen it before and I've had to like retry something. But for the Souls games, I'll probably have to reconsider that. I much appreciate you making me aware of that, Doug, because there is new. I've been saying like I want to help like new gamers and new Souls players, and I'm sure something they'd like to see is like the lore and what's going on in the game, because I've had some questions on what's going on in the game. And I do my best to explain sometimes, but I don't know. Oh no, dude! I honestly, the fact that you're at least giving me some feedback, I appreciate. I don't take it too personally. Like I want feedback on my channel to see what I can do, and it shows me that you're at least interested in what I'm doing and wanting, as you said, to help make me better. And that's all I want to do is make my channel better, not just for me, but especially for everybody else. So maybe I can cover stuff better and it gives them an idea of how to do stuff better, or whatever the case may be. It just makes it more entertaining, more enjoyable for them. I know there's been a few people have told me that just watching helps make their day better. And that's, to me, that's a big plus. If I'm just making people's day better by hanging out, making jokes, failing 100 times, and getting a little tilted about it, and that helps people, then, I'm going to keep doing it because I enjoy doing it. Well, I'm glad to hear that, Gamer Marie. That's the whole goal for me. I wanted to make it a community-like environment and more of a good vibes. I mean, yeah, I'm quote streaming, and usually like streamers are making this shit to like make money, and I'm not gonna front you guys. I'd love to support myself off this, and that is definitely the goal to some extent. But even though I want to make this something that I can use to provide for myself, I would still like to find a way to make it as beneficial to others as it will hopefully become to myself, if that makes any sense. Maybe you guys don't obviously monetarily gain off of it, but if I can build a community, like Doug's come in here and helped me with multiple Souls games with getting through quests and pathing and such. If I can set up a community like that where, maybe I'm there or maybe someone else can come in and help out, that's like top tier to me. That's top tier to me. That's what I want to see to help make a wholesome community. And, if it can help me pay the bills at the end of the day, that would be cool. I definitely appreciate that. But, I mean, at the same time, like I said, I'd love to see this become a community thing that helps benefit everybody else as much as it potentially could help me. And if it helps you guys more than me, then you know what? By all means, let it be. I mean, right now, it definitely potentially could be. But, as time grows, I want us all to grow together. I want my channel to grow. I want, my content to get better. I want, us to grow as a family like we have. We've had Doug, and we've had Just Ray, and we've had Burr, and we've had Brad, and as of recently, you, Gamer Marie, you've come into the family and have kind of been there somewhat towards the beginning too. So like we've been growing and like slowly and little. Like Joseph last night, I think last night was your first stream with us, right? For Bloodborne. Maybe I'm tripping. I might be tripping. But like, yeah, and Kayla came in for my other buddy's stream. Yep, King Andy. Yep, can't forget King Andy. I'm trying to go through and like scroll up through the lists of comments. Limitless. Like I've almost got 150 subscribers now. So I do apologize. I'm not purposely trying to forget anybody's name. It's the list is growing, and so my ability to remember all directly outright is tough. But I do nonetheless. When I see your names, I remember, and I will not forget. I'm one of those. If I see it, I can't forget it. At least like it's grained in my memory. I might not be able to recall it outright, like right this second. Like I said, I wasn't able to just pull someone's name out the hat. But if I saw your name pop up, I'm going to know. I'm going to know. And I appreciate you guys. And it's been an absolute pleasure having everybody around. And I appreciate you saying that, Marie. You guys are awesome. I wouldn't be able to be doing this without most of you guys. So I definitely appreciate it. Oh, that's funny. I mean, he's one of the new guys, you know. He's come in, he's hung out, he's been hanging out on these Final Fantasy streams, telling me some good information about the other games. Definitely appreciate it. Helping me out with some lore. It's always nice. And I like that we all have a little bit of a good like jesting about with us too, that we can kind of poke fun with each other. So that's a big thing to me is like you know I like you if I can mess with you, if I can make jokes and say something or poke fun at you like that makes me feel like I can trust these individuals and have fun with them. If I'm like always just like, oh, nice to meet you, then I'm kind of on my defensive mode, you know. W podcast for the drive home. Heck yeah, much appreciated, Burr. Glad that we could give you a good podcast for the drive home. Just over here chatting up a storm, doing my best to read everything because I don't do TTS for some reason. I can't figure it out. I'm sorry, guys. I'm terrible with this technology stuff over on the streaming side. I'm slowly starting to figure it out, but it's a little by little thing. There and I mean, especially when it comes to Soul streams, there's always some troll for sure. I wouldn't remember off the top of my head. Usually when people troll, my I have two routes that I try to go. If I can, based off what they say, I try to kill it with kindness and just turn it around. If they say it's a skill issue or something like that, I'm just like, yeah, no, you're right. I mean, that was an absolute flutz on my part or whatever. Because bullies hate it when you kill it with kindness and just go, yep, you're right. They hate it because you don't get mad. That's what they want. They want that reaction. So I don't give it to them. Or, like I said, they want the reaction, so I just don't give it to them and don't acknowledge it outright. Yeah, no, it can be definitely toxic. And it depends for me. Like the term skill issue isn't the problem. It's how it's presented and said to somebody, in the tone in when it's said to. That's how it determines if it's a problem for me or not. If you show up to me, like I've had multiple streams and Doug will say it to me, like if I'm like, hey, on or Bloodborne, was I slow to that parry? Was I quick on that parry? You know, that being a skill issue thing. Yeah, it was a skill issue, or no, it was the game glitched or caught you off guard, or something happened. It wasn't a skill thing. Cool. Fine. All right, cool. That's an interesting. Thank you for letting me know. Being repetitive is annoying. Yeah. Yeah, I can definitely understand that too when someone like won't let something go, where it's like we've talked about this ad nauseum now. That can definitely get annoying. I definitely want to look at Rebirth 100%, and that's why I'm looking at trying to get it soon. Whenever if I see it on sale or something, and I have some cash, I'm broke as shit right now, guys. I'm gonna be honest. I'm broke as shit right now. I'm doing odd jobs in between streams and such, and I say in between's like in the morning, doing odd jobs like Uber or whatever, just to try to keep the lights on. But if I see it and I have the cash, I will definitely do it. Most certainly. And I don't blame you, Doug. I don't blame you. I mean, realistically, would I love for you to be on the stream all the time? 100%. But if somebody's here and they're disturbing your peace, I'm here to be an entertainer. Let's just be frank. Like I'm a Red App user or a TikToker. I'm a streamer. I'm here to be entertaining to some degree. And if for some extent that entertainment or what's going on in the content isn't bringing you joy, you have every right to walk away. And I can't take that personally because you're using an app for the purpose of finding entertainment. How could I be mad? It's like going to a restaurant and wanting good food. They bring you shit food and it's like, I don't want this. I don't want to pay for it. How, like, maybe make good food next time. I don't know. And that might be a terrible analogy, but what I'm getting at is like, you're here for a reason. And if I don't achieve that reason, there's no reason to be here, essentially. I mean, I've had a couple buddies recently hit me up and I had told them, I was like, look, like, that's basically what I told them. I was like, if you don't like my content or don't want to watch my content because it's just not your cup of tea, don't. Like, yeah, it would help for there to be more viewers. Yeah, it helps when there's more people interacting. But if you interacting is going to be miserable or just like quote unquote a waste of time, just you turning it on, throwing it in the corner, like, yeah, it helps. But like, you know what helps more is like when you're watching it, when you're commenting, when you're being interactive. And interactive isn't just saying, oh, cool stream. It's like you guys have done, like talk to each other in the chat. I'm knee deep in a fight and you guys are chatting with each other. Like that helps my content tremendously because the algorithm really wants to see that I can have interactive content to some degree. They like everything matters. The views matter, the likes matter, the comments matter, the gifts matter because for them, if I keep viewer retention, that's good. And if that viewer retention turns into a monetary gain because people gift, then they're going to push me to more people. And if they're commenting, then it means there's something to discuss. So they'll push it to people who are more likely to comment. It's just it's a cycle of shit, you know? And so you guys being here is definitely appreciative. So I appreciate it, but I will never hold it against someone. To get back to what I was originally trying to get at, I'll never hold it against someone if they turn off my stream for any given reason. Maybe you're tired. Maybe, like Doug said, some dude's being an idiot. And, yeah, and that would be annoying too, because I imagine there's several times, because there was last night, I did remember at one point I saw you said, never mind. And I'm quite certain, because I didn't see anything other than never mind, there was probably 2 or 3 messages you sent, and I just straight up never saw them. Like, they were not in the feed, period. And that definitely would be frustrating for me. It's like one keyword for some reason deletes your message from me to be able to see when you're trying to help me. That's annoying. Because, unfortunately, Souls games and Bloodborne games are going to make you use words that probably won't be liked by the algorithm. Like, you're probably gonna have to say kill something, or you're gonna have to say, suicide or whatever. Like, you're gonna have to use a word that it's not gonna like, and then that would be an extremely frustrating scenario where it's like, I'm trying to be helpful and none of what I've said is actually bad if any person looked at it in context. But because we have AI bots filtering this shit out, obviously it's just gonna be a headache. So I totally understand that. Yeah, that's basically what I was getting at, King Andy. Yeah, the filtering, it's so selective. I don't have any filters, just to be completely frank with you guys. I don't have any filters on my shit. So whatever's getting filtered is straight from TikTok side. Exactly, because he can say shit. I've even dropped fuck in the chat. I've dropped a couple of interesting words that I would have imagined that are not good. But yeah, exactly. But you can't, instead of the double E's, it's just an I, you can't say that stuff for some reason. It's crazy. Absolute lunacy, in my opinion. Because what's offensive about that? To me, it's like that word especially doesn't make sense to be in the restricted category, because I couldn't imagine anyone getting offended by that word unless you really tried hard to use it offensively, Like, you'd kind of have to try pretty hard to use that word offensively, because I think it's like a universal enjoyment for anybody. Yeah, and there's times where I go to type stuff in and I have to think about it 4 and 5 times. What am I gonna say? What am I gonna say? Does that seem like something TikTok would get mad at, or XYZ would get mad at? And it at that point, what's really annoying is you're trying to respond in the moment because it's kind of important to respond in the moment, especially if you're trying to help, like Doug has with me, help the streamer. But then something happens or whatever, that moment's passed, I've walked 100 steps the wrong direction, and now you're having to fucking type everything in again and say, not only type in what you needed to say, but tell me, stop fucking moving, go back, you idiot. Like, totally get that. Totally get that. You can say unalive. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Which, come on. Like, when I heard that was a term that was coined as of recently, I mean, I say coined as if it didn't, I guess, probably exist before then. But, like, to whatever degree, why? Why in the world did we have to come to a world where we have to say unalive? Like, we all know what we're talking about. And I've completely understood where your frustrations have been, Douglas, and please understand I've never taken any of them personally because I've been in exactly your same shoes. There's been a few times my buddy Tarnish that I watch, he plays some Souls games or whatnot, and I'm trying to do exactly what you do, Doug, to help him, and that exact scenario plays out, and I'm like, son of a bitch. And then I rather discard the message entirely and just wait and just hope that he figures it out, or wait to see a moment where it looks like he stopped and I can get it out in time. It's like, oh, fuck. But yeah, no, I totally get it. And I could feel it on the other side. I was like, there's a few times I feel like I probably have just been running around too much. So as of recent, whenever you would give me, like, go to Cathedral, I'd just be like, maybe I should do best of, like, go there, get to the spot, and just stop moving, and he'll say something, and then just go from there. Otherwise, it's going to be that frustration factor of, like, I'm just running around aimlessly. Because Souls games can be tough when it comes to pathing. Pathing can just be incredibly tough to explain. Yeah, and it definitely depends on the streamer. A lot of that stuff, because a lot of streamers are very different. They have different goals. They have different how they want to run things, what they are and they're not okay with. Moral lines to some degree kind of vary, so yeah. I was trying to think of, like, a way that'd be a decent way to, like, bridge that gap sometimes. I mean, the only thing I would know to do is if you had it, you could join the Discord, and whenever you hop in on those streams, I could try to pull my Discord chat up on the side. But if you don't have Discord or don't like it, I'm not trying to talk you into doing something you don't want to do. But that would be about the only way I think could probably circumvent that problem potentially. But I also don't want to, like, pull your ability to be in chat. Yeah, it's decent, but as of recently, I've not been seeing the any of the pop-ups on my Streamlabs side for what I have to say is Red app, but Douglas already explained what it is. But for some reason, Red app does not want to, I hate that I have to say that, it's so annoying, does not want to give me my chat on my Streamlabs anymore. So I've had to hard sign in on my phone and hope that it will give it to me at some point. Freaking crazy. We got to say Red app now. That actually blew me away when I learned that the other day. Man, this has been a pretty cool time. I'm just sitting here. We've got this boring-ass picture sitting here, and I've got 6 people hanging out with me. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy to me. I'm going to take that off now. We don't have to sit here and stare at that lame stuff anymore. I'm going to figure out what I got to do here. Because I think Just Ray's still chilling, right? Let me double check real quick. I'm pretty sure he's still big chilling. Yeah, Just Ray's still here, big chilling. All right. I want to do it while he's still here just in case there's something I need to ask him. All right. So horror difficulty is now unlocked and going into chapter and playing one of the chapters. In this difficulty, items cannot be used. Only HP is restored at rest. And only HP is restored at rest spots. Okay. However, certain manuscripts are only available in this difficulty setting. Certain manuscripts. Is that like the yeah, just save here. Is that it's talking about manuscripts? Is that like the what were they? Some dude was talking about a strategy guide or something that you can get in the game or something. I can't remember. Oh, of course. I always want honest opinions. I would never want you guys to lie to me. Just like I would not purposely want to lie to you guys. I am human and I'm very prone to, misremembering something, and therefore I'd probably end up presenting something that I believe is true that isn't true, but I never intend to be dishonest. Don't play hard mode, just move on. Yeah, I had been going back and forth on if I do hard mode or not. I've kind of thought that maybe at the very most I might do it as like a challenge thing, like I've talked about doing for like Wild, what Monster Hunter Wilds, just like a weekend. If I wasn't able to get everybody around for like a big jam, I could do like a challenge day or something, and we pick a certain boss on the game, and I go try it at hard mode, and you guys get to laugh at me while I cry at how tough it is, and I suck at this game. But other than that, I'd imagine it'd be cool for like gimmick things like that. I don't know if I can make a true playthrough on hard mode, and that's okay. I'll take that. I'm just not skilled in that aspect. I will humbly say that those who have completed this game on hard mode have just a higher level of skill than I do, especially in this category, and I will forever be okay with that. I don't have to be the number one best, and that's fine with me. You got what you came for 100%. I wanted the story, and I wanted to see what the game was about and what the combat was like, and honestly, I really loved it. And I think moving on to Rebirth or something at some point would actually be a good decision too. Whenever I can finally get it on, this isn't Pokemon. Whenever I can finally get it, because I'd like to see the extension of the story. But yeah, I think for sure it might be best if I just do like challenge stuff. If anything, if I tried hard mode for an entire 2 hours. Dude, really though. This isn't Pokemon. Dude. Now I see what you were saying. I was like, wait a minute, what? Oh, isn't in the options? Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have Crimson Desert. It looked pretty cool, but it looks really big. It's kind of like where Elden Ring is for me. I have Elden Ring. I have the DLC for it. I want to cover it, but I want to save that till later because it's such a big game. It's definitely going to take me over a month, in my opinion, potentially, to do everything I'd like to do. Maybe I'm overestimating and it could be like a couple weeks, but even then, like, I'm kind of wanting to keep as many of these series as short and like as close to maybe a week to 2 weeks at most, and then move on later to like doing more extended series where we get into bigger games that go on for extended times. That's kind of my goal here. That's why I picked the games that I picked for the choice, essentially, is because I knew that they were decently medium to short in terms of content. So I could probably knock them out in a week or two and not worry too much. 700 hours of content. Yeah. And that's why like a game like Skyrim, I'm probably also considering doing later. Because I have two things with Skyrim. One, I want to do a vanilla run. But two, when I do finish that vanilla run, I genuinely have a plan to do a modded run through, because I used to do a lot of mod packs. I used to make a lot of mod packs back in the day. Personally, I never published any of them, so you wouldn't, if you think you might have heard of them, you haven't, because I never published them. But I liked making mod packs and building, big mod packs to some extent. So those were fun. See, it made me mad I couldn't defeat the enemy that I knew how to defeat. No, it's completely fair. It's completely fair. I was definitely, like I said, I was letting the tilt get to me, and it just took like calming down and figuring out. But yeah, no, I do the very thing I tell people don't do, and that's let the tilt and everything get to you, and then you just sit there and start complaining forever when it's not that big a deal. It could have been dealt with, but I was just letting it get to me. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm not trying to give like a massive excuse, because it was just me being a whiny bitch about it for the 99%. But I did quit vaping like 2-3 weeks ago. And so those like irritation withdrawals have kind of been hitting me. So I think that could play a role in why I've been a little aggro too. But I don't want to. I don't want to like try to pretend like I didn't act like a little bitch when I was being a little bitch. Like that just was what that was. Withdrawals or not, like I was definitely being a little pissy about it. Yeah, yeah. No, I appreciate it, and it's something I've been trying to do for a long time. This is probably my third or fourth time trying to quit, so it's something I've wanted to do, and it's still nicotine, bro. Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah, and it's definitely hard. It is so hard to quit. That's why I'm like, I really can't be. I try not to be too aggro, and I've tried to like catch myself when I'm getting that way. Uh, so that's why, like, especially on that one stream the other day when I was absolutely flipping out on the what was it, the little it was like the simulation run. I was freaking out on that simulation run, and half of it was like definitely I could feel the withdrawals because I was drinking a C4, and I've noticed recently like every time I drink a C4, it messes with me because I have for like the last 2 years, as soon as I take a sip of a C4, I would go and take a smack of my vape, and so it's pretty much mentally correlated to me. And so I've been drinking C4s at the beginning of every stream. And so I feel those withdrawals hit me. And so it's like, damn it. There should be more simulations now. Oh, heck yeah. Yeah, those combat simulations were tough. They were and they weren't. Like I think had I definitely like sat down and focused, I probably would have been decent at it. But I have to some extent kind of let a little bit of this stuff get under my skin too far, and that definitely disrupts your ability to focus. They 100% are rough. They are massively rough. Yeah, and that's what I considered doing. I was like, it'd probably be best now that I've definitely done this and gone through this. I should have went and assessed shit. Just Straight told me to do it. I know I should have done it. I should have just listened, but I didn't. And now, I don't exactly know all the weaknesses to everything, but if I did just go back and kind of look on like what would be good, it'd probably help a hardcore playthrough. But I think like Doug said, I think the best case scenario would be let's consider it like for like challenge runs later. Cuz I think making like a full playthrough like I've done with this stream wouldn't be conducive. It would take a long time because I'm definitely gonna struggle in ways that I may or may not enjoy at the time. Supposed to be a psychologist, so you understand. I don't know if they're supposed. I think it's just you just are. I mean, if you're in class and you're learning about it or whatnot, then that I guess is one thing. But I'd imagine at this point, you've probably already gotten the degree. Am I out of my mind here? According to my degree, I see. There we go. I was like, I figured you already. It seems like you already have one, so I'd imagine that you probably already are one. Also, solo is different than summoning someone in. Solo is different than summoning someone in. I'm sorry, Doug. I don't know what you're in reference to. I've kind of hopped around a little bit. So now I'm kind of trying to figure out what we mean by that. Trying to assess that. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. No, I see. No, I see what you mean. I think I'm picking up what you're putting down now. Sorry, it took my brain a friggin' second there to kind of come back around. But yeah, so if anybody's got a suggestion, we were just trying a beatdown. Yeah, I was just going that unga bunga route where you just you try to strong arm your way through things. Have I tried to do an Elden Ring speed run? I haven't, and the only reason why is I don't remember the pathing for that game very well. Uh, I would need to do. I want to do a stream on it where I just do like the bosses and all that stuff, like I usually do with my Souls games. Do as many optional bosses as possible, hit many bosses as possible, and then that should help me refamiliarize. And then once I've done that, like I did with Dark Souls, I'll do like a regular run, and then I might try to do like kind of like I did with my Dark Souls run, try to challenge myself to see how fast I can get to a new game cycle again. I think that would be really cool. Because I like doing stuff like that. Did it with and without the skips. With skips, it's like 48 minutes. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm not hating at all. If people use the skips, they use the skips. I'm sure it's cool. It to some degree it definitely takes some execution to do. But for me, I don't really care to do skips if I'm going to do it. I want to just fight the bosses. I just want to see how quickly can I just get through what I'm supposed to get through, if that makes sense. The game wants me to do these things. How fast can I destroy that? And that feels good to me. But I'm not discrediting or trying to undersell anybody who's done stuff with skips or whatnot, because that took some dedication to figure out as well, and how to do it. Holy shoot, man. I'm trying to think. I mean, I haven't seen, maybe I'm out of my mind. Did anybody drop any more votes on what we were thinking for a future stream in terms of what was relevant to my list, unfortunately? Otherwise, I might just stick with what we got, and it might just be Uncharted in the future. What's the Discord? Let me put that in chat real quick, and I will hopefully see you on the Discord. Copy that. Paste that. Damn. Nice. Nice. You're welcome to vote via the Discord, or you're welcome to go to my page on TikTok, and I have a post with that picture on it so you can see them. I probably should put that up in my Discord too. Upload. That way, that would actually be helpful too. Boom. All right, now it's in the Discord too. Maybe wrong now. You're all good. You're all good. Looks like homie did just hit the chat. There we go. Welcome to the chat. There we go. Heck yeah. But I put it down in the general chat. That's a picture of it in case. I suggest Bloodborne early. Oh yeah, I think we might be hopping on early. If I can get this kind of situated and then hop off here in like the next 30, 40 minutes or so, then I'll probably start the stream early today around like 5 or 5:30 or 6. That means we could do some more fun stuff, and we might even go longer today too, just because I have an extra bit of time today. I definitely want to be able to eat, and I definitely want to be able to like recuperate in between streams. Because I don't know if any of you guys have done this, but this can be a little mentally exhausting to some extent. Focusing on a game, focusing on chat, trying to make sure that all my stuff on the stream is working. I have not been to Canehurst yet. as far as I can tell, because I have to go on I have to take the taxi to Canehurst, right? I needed the summon, and then I take the taxi boat to Canehurst. I think that's what I remember you telling me. Yeah, we need to do some stuff. Okay. Cool. Sick. So that would give me some cool stuff to do. Well, heck yeah. Do we type the game? Yeah. Just go ahead and just throw it in the chat at this point. I'm not super savvy with Discord or anything. I don't know how to set up a poll on Discord. I tried to set it up on my TikTok, and that's been kind of difficult. But nah, go ahead and just throw it in the chat. And I've been just collecting through however means the votes so that I can figure it out. Heck yeah. Doug did say Mass Effect, so I'll have to throw that in the vote pool too. Which I have to be honest with you guys, if you're picking a game that doesn't have a vote on it already, Uncharted has 2 votes, so you better find somebody to come vote with you. I'll put it that way. You better find someone to come vote with you. Otherwise, you're default losing to Uncharted right now. It's crazy. I'm not trying to make a rigged game here. I'm just giving you a heads up. But if you find someone to come and double down on your vote with you, or I guess you'd have to triple down, or it's going to be a tie, and then we'll have to coin toss it. But then that would really be funny. Uh-oh, that sounds like it could be a 3rd vote for Uncharted. That could be bad. Is that the only game with votes? So the games with votes right now, I'll look at my thing again just to make sure. The games with vote is 2 for the Uncharted collection, 1 for Deus Ex, 1 for one for Back for Blood, and then there is 1 to Mass Effect. Where to go? There is a post on my TikTok you're welcome to use. It might be a little lower on my feed. It should have the picture I pulled up, or you can jump into my Discord and hit it in the general chat. Sekiro. I need to look. I'm certain I have Sekiro, and that could be our next Soulsborne game too, because I'm about to be done with Bloodborne. So if I have Sekiro, we'll make that our next Souls game, because that would be an easy go-to for me, because I haven't finished. I think I did the first 2 or 3 bosses. It's in the same zone I am with Dark Souls 2, but I think you already know that, Doug. I think you've heard me say that too many times now. Tsushima? No, not a Soulsborne. Ghost of Tsushima's good. I know I have that. For the next Soulsborne. I have tried Lies of P, but still okay. What other Sekiro are you talking about? Or are you thinking trying to do it for the actual story? You're wanting to do it for story time, or I guess story mode streams? Have 2 Souls-like games back to back essentially? That'd be something. But yeah, Joseph, I have tried Lies of P. I think I got to the first 2 or 3 bosses. I could not remember. I'd have to go back and look. But then I stopped playing and did other stuff. I can't really tell you what exactly my motivations were, if it was because I didn't like it or I wanted to play something else, or if I just got distracted. But that was long and short. I haven't picked it up since. 4 different endings. Yeah, it does have. I mean, it's the same with most Souls games. They all have a bunch of endings. Usually it's 3, but Sekiro has 4. That's actually pretty sick. Should definitely retry it for one of your future Souls games. Ghost of Yoti. I have not heard of Ghost of Yoti. I hope I'm saying that right. Dark Souls 3 has 5 endings? I'm trying to think. It's been a long time, so I mean, I'd have to go look. I don't think I got close to platinuming that, cause I mean, it kind of does ring a bell that it had multiple endings for sure. I know I had at least 3, but 5 That's crazy. I might because of the DLCs, right? Was it because of the DLCs? Some of the endings got there was like a couple endings got added or something. Or no, I don't think that was it. I don't remember. It's been so long. It's been a long time. I'd hate to sit here and misrepresent something. Yo, it's Yote. Yote. Okay. That's funny. Okay, Yote. See, I told you guys I'm gonna butcher these things. I often butcher names. Uh oh. Now we got three Uncharted's. We're gonna be in a tough spot, guys. I am really nervous it's gonna just win by default, but I believe in you guys. I believe we'll find the votes to outpace Uncharted somehow. Yeah, I've not heard of it at all. Is it what kind of a game is it? Is it a Souls like? Is it more of like a story based game or? It seems like it's supposed to be like a. Is it like another Ghost of Tsushima extension? I'm assuming. Yeah. Okay. Okay. It's Ghost of Tsushima. Oh, okay. Yeah, I played a little bit of Ghost of Tsushima, and I really enjoyed that game. Because I mean, you guys have seen me. I like my Soulsborne stuff. Anything Souls like is pretty pretty coolio with me. Haven't heard of it. Really? It's a good game. It really, I mean, I know I was just saying, but it really is. It genuinely is a fun time. It's got a different, like, style to it. And the one thing if I remember right, that I thought was really cool is like in place of load screens, they would like have you like travel, like you would actually physically just like walk across certain spots. And it's like you're walking through the load screen. And by the time you would get to the door on the other side, the other area was like loaded in and ready for you to just walk in. So it felt like a seamless just enter into the next zone, enter into the next whatever chapter. And I'm not being put into a legitimate load screen. If I remember right, that's what was up, and I appreciate stuff like that. Where Wins Me looks pretty dope. I've been hearing a lot about that too. Is it on Game Pass or is it a free to play or what if I looked at that, what am I having to expect here? I can spam likes on my PC. Uh-oh. Heck yes, heck yes. We're already at 5K. Double the likes. I've been playing Rebirth in hard mode. Oof. I think Steam. Is it a free to play or is it a paid title? It's a paid title. I'll have to look at it in the future. Yeah, I've got mad respect for you, King Andy and Just Ray and my other buddy Moon, who comes in every once in a while. You guys playing these games on hard mode is crazy. I mean, don't get me wrong. I imagine free to play, heck yeah. I imagine to some extent, like a Souls player like myself, once you get used to enemy types, weaknesses, other things, and how to like set up shit for certain things, it probably isn't too terrible. It's just using the right strategies. And like I said, that's why I was like, I don't think in the future I would be too against it. But I wanna put that later. And the big reason why, kind of like I divulged earlier, I've quit the vaping thing, and so I think if I'm going to put myself in a position to try something outside of my normal realm, I want to give it its best chance and not do what I've kind of done a little bit in this series, where I stepped into it and I already have stuff on the back end that's potentially going to cloud my ability to be unbiased and fair. So I'm glad that I did this now, though, because I did have a lot of fun, and regardless of my tilts, I'm definitely going to come back to the series. If it's Rebirth, if it's Crisis Core, however we end up back at this series at some point, we will. And I think hopefully in the future it'd be cool to do a challenge, but we'll leave that for later. Did pretty much everything on the first play. Yeah, I mean that's fair. I wouldn't blame you for using guides and such at that point. I don't see anything wrong with somebody using a guide for playing games or whatnot. I mean, I play Souls games. Like, it's pretty common from at least my side, from what I've seen from this community. People pretty commonly say, like, just look it up or, figure it out through game stuff. So, like, to some degree, you're looking it up. So whether if it's looking at game item descriptions and, watching cutscenes or going on to YouTube and having this guy show you like, hey, look, I went into the game source code and it showed me how this boss is 20% weak to this versus everything else he's 20% resistant to. So use this. Yeah, I think fucking do it. Why not? That's basically what I do as a Souls player. The only difference is like, you are going to get the benefit of not having 1,000 deaths to figure that out. Me, on the other hand, I'm the hard-headed one who I guess I'm just going to go die 1,000 times before I finally learn. Oh, if I just use this one thing, it makes this pretty much a trivial situation. But I hate to say it, but that's just, I guess, my mentality. I've always just learned things the hard way. How to cheese the hard mode challenges. Yeah, I feel like there's always, like, especially with video games, when you've really gotten proficient with the game and proficient with, like, mechanics, you can start to understand and see things the way a new player wouldn't see it, and see where you could break the system in a lot of ways. And that just comes with the understanding and the experience of playing the game. Nobody gets that without experience. Like, first-time players will never figure that shit out. It's only the experienced ones telling people making the videos saying, hey, from my experience, this is what I figured out. We can cheese the system this way. But at some point, it started out with somebody being experienced, and having to go and take the L's and basically, to some extent, do what I feel like I do, whereas it's just, I go in and I fight it until I figure it out. Maybe I figure it out quickly, and maybe I do not. And if I don't figure it out quickly, oof. If I do, then awesome. Heck yeah, no worries, just Ray. Gotta do life things. Much understandable. We're just sitting here still chatting about what we might do for the future. Looks like Uncharted got a third vote. So it's kind of seemed like we're going to end up on a win by default there. Born Before Google. Yeah, same. I wasn't ever used to looking shit up. It wasn't until, not yet. I haven't decided yet, but it's starting to look like chat's kind of decided, to be fair. It looks like it's going to be Uncharted. Unless I can get more votes. What I was telling them is, if you guys can go find someone to help vote on something else, you're contending against 3 votes. So if you pick anything that's not Uncharted, you better find 2. Now it's 3 votes. So now you're going to need 3 votes with you. So you need 4 votes to supersede, or we got to coin toss it. Yeah, but back, what I was getting at is, like, back when I was playing, like, I think the first game I looked shit up for, when it came to Souls titles, was Bloodborne, and it wasn't until the DLC came out. Voting something else. Fair enough, no worries. It was definitely it was tough, because I think it wasn't until the DLCs came out for Bloodborne, that's when I was like, I should probably utilize this internet thing a little better and try to figure out, because I could not figure out, how do I get to the DLC, what do I do for the DLC, etc. And I bought it and I wanted to go do it, but I just couldn't figure it out. Finally, I looked shit up, like Doug told me last night. You got to go get grabbed by the amygdala. And I completely forgot about that shit. I forgot that even existed. And even coming back years later, I'd had to look it up again because I had to ask the homie, what do I do again? Game request. Oh. But I say, what's with all these notifications? Okay, there we go. But yeah, guys, I appreciate everybody being here. I'm glad that we all got to chat and hang out for a little bit before I cut this a little early today so that I can get some stuff done and figure some things out. But I appreciate everyone being here nonetheless. Hopefully, you guys had a wonderful time with me. And with that said, I guess I'll be catching you guys here in a few. I think I'm going to do it early for the Bloodborne stream. So stay privy. I'll throw a post up whenever I'm ready. I'll probably throw a post up with what time I'll be doing it. I'm thinking 5:30 or 6. So I'll throw stuff up. Much appreciate all of you being here. Just Ray, thank you so much for suggesting the game and for helping me with getting the game. So thank you. And with that said, everybody, I will catch you guys in a little while. Peace, everyone.